So, hi, I'm Pete's brother Jeff with my wife Carol. We've been asked to talk a little bit about Pete's firefighting career and how it's affected us and him. I just got to say that most of my recollections, of course, are as told by Pete, who's pretty straightforward about most things, so I'm sure everything he told us was true.
Right.
Really,
Really?
really. So, just so you know, from the beginning, Pete's been fascinated by motion pictures, and I think that's affected his entire career. At 9 years old, he played Little League with Jay North, who of course was Dennis the Menace on TV, and I think that he figured if Jay North could do it, that he probably had a future in film.
Really?
Really.
Hmm.
So, as you probably know, in 1982 there was a very tragic accident, ironically in Valencia, where Pete now lives, uh, involving helicopters on a movie set of the Twilight Zone movie, and it killed actor Vic Morrow and two kids in the movie. Vic Morrow, of course, was in Combat, the TV series Combat, and was a very famous actor. And this changed the way movies were made in that they had to have much tighter uh, control of special effects. So all movies from that point on had to have a fire department,
Really?
really,
Really?
a fire department employee on set. And from early on, Pete was that guy on many sets.
Really?
Yeah, he was the fire department expert, fire safety
Hmm.
expert, and they couldn't do special effects or stuff without him supervising it. So again, he was fascinated by movies and had ideas after appearing on sets over the years. Early in his career, he came up with some ideas for movies.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
one involving Chicago brothers. He and I. So we also went to high school, Thousand Oaks High School, with Rhonda Jeter, who was an actress, played Opie's girlfriend on the Andy Griffith Show. And of course, Opie was played by Ron Howard, who became more famous maybe as a director than an actor. But uh, uh, we also went to school with Kurt Russell. Uh,
Really?
yeah, he was a neighbor.
Huh.
Yeah. So you have this connection with Ron Howard and uh, Kurt Russell, and Pete got them together and pitched this idea about Chicago brothers, and from that became the movie Backdraft, all about
Really?
warring firefighting brothers in Chicago. Yeah, little
Really?
known fact, but Pete was the impetus, although he is uncredited in that movie, but
Hmm.
the idea was originally his
Really?
for Backdraft.
Hmm.
So Kurt Russell played Stephen McCaffrey, and my role was played by William Baldwin, one of the Baldwin brothers, played me. So Pete also came up with an idea for a whole helicopter, a TV series based on helicopters rescuing people, kind of Lassie, but instead of the dog, using helicopters. It wasn't until later, and he had pitched the movie, that they found out that whirlybirds had been made back in the 50s with that very thing. So, yeah, it was a
Really?
good idea, but he
Hmm.
was a little late on that one. It was about a Bell helicopter crew that rescued people. Um, I think that's what kind of drew him to the helicopter service.
Really?
Really.
Huh.
So his big break came when he found out they were making a new movie, much more currently, called Planes, Fire, and Rescue, and he thought there was a real opportunity for him to star in that movie, only to find out later that it was an animated film and they didn't really need him.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Okay. Really? Really?
All this came straight from Pete.
Wow.
Anyway, we want to wish him congratulations on a long and fruitful
Yes, we
career in the fire department, if not in the movie business. Just the way the breaks work.
We really do.